What's up, guys? I am officially back for the summer. I got the E36 out of storage. Going to do a little bit of maintenance today. We're gonna do an oil change as well as clean the interior of the car, hopefully. It's pretty dirty, but you know, hopefully it's not too bad. We're just gonna take off the front bumper here and get started on the oil change right away. So I set up my front bumper just to be super easily removed. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the whole bumper just comes off. There's not additional screws like stock E36s on underneath or on the side. Just a quick like track setup just in case I need to pull it off real quick. It's just super easy, just 4 13mm bolts. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then we'll get started on the oil change. Oil change is complete. I got the oil cap back on over here, filled up to 5.5 quarts. It said 5.4 to 5.7 with a filter, so I went just about like 5.7 actually. And so that is all good. I'm just gonna run it for a couple minutes, check the level, and then take it for a quick test drive. Make sure there's no leaks or anything. Other than that, my plan for the rest of the day or maybe tomorrow is to clean the interior as much as possible, get a vacuum out. It's pretty dirty from last year. There's a bunch of just random stuff on the chairs and by the feet over here, so I just want to wipe it down, kind of get a vacuum, make it nice and clean, and then possibly prep it to paint. I might do that back gray color over there in the trunk that I did and just do the whole interior. I think it'll be very clean. Just looking around under here, making sure everything's good. I did notice that there was a tiny drop of oil right here. This is the oil return line from the turbo. So I'm just gonna make sure and snug that all up. And after a test drive or after the first track day, just make sure that's not leaking still. But other than that, everything seems really dry. Seems really good. I would like to come under here and kind of just clean with brake clean and everything. Just make sure, it's best to have it clean all the time, just so you know if a new leak does start, you can tell that a leak has started or not. Eventually this is gonna be some angle kit that should be in a future video, hopefully next video, we'll see. And then that'll get rid of all that crap and it'll look a lot cleaner. Got the car pulled in from the oil change. Right now I'm just gonna keep on cleaning it up. I might get to the engine bay at a different day, but for right now I'm just gonna do the interior. I got some wiring stuff that I'm gonna do for the LEDs. I just cut the USB off of the car LEDs that I got, and got some extra wire here. Might do like a positive and negative kind of thing. Got these 2 clips and just gonna direct it right back to the battery. So for wiring the LEDs, I'm in the back of the trunk here. I'm just gonna put my receiver kind of to the right down here. I'm running the cable following the main power line or the battery line. And I made a little hole on the top of the rubber piece back there. I'm just gonna follow it down all the way to the battery. I feel like that's the cleanest way to do it. Makes it look nice and clean. And now I just gotta figure out where I wanna put the LEDs. I soldered together the wires here. We've got yellow for positive, black for ground. We're going to hook these up to the battery here and figure out where we want all the lights. And we'll see what is the brightest combination we can get. We got 4 little strips, so we'll kind of place them around the car and see which one's the brightest. Alright, so I finished the solder job here. We had some issues with the LED lights flickering. They were like USB connection, so I'm wondering maybe that was messed up. I had some other LEDs from my old office that we're using, but this is the solder connection. I got it all wrapped up nice. I have little clips that go around where the battery tightens up, and that'll just kind of tighten up on there, won't move. And then I'll zip tie it or just make it look all nice and pretty in a little bit. The LED lights that I have right now are just those lights that people put up in the room or behind the TVs. It's 16 feet, so for now I'm just gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna follow it around, and then I'm gonna come down, and then depending on how much I want underneath, I'll either cut it or kind of wrap it around by my feet. But for now, it's just a solid setup, and we'll see what it looks like when it's dark. So we got the LEDs installed. We got them kind of ran through a pattern that I kind of like. I'm just gonna set them officially tomorrow. I just need to get some hooks or something that can make them stay all nice. But this is what it's gonna look like. I like the color. It looks pretty good. Definitely need to clean the windows. But other than that, I'm very happy with it, and hopefully it should add some fun when I'm drifting at night. Hey, what's up? It is day 2. I'm just planning on cleaning the car today. I really wanted to do it yesterday, but I ended up getting distracted by the LED lights, putting those up, and didn't really get to cleaning. So there's a lot of stuff in here, a lot of dust and just a lot of debris. So I'm gonna get a vacuum out, clean up all that, then start wiping stuff down and potentially getting it ready to paint inside. First seat has been removed. As you can see, it is very dirty. I have receipts, I have all these leaves and just random dirty stuff. I do not like it. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna vacuum it up. I'm gonna wipe it down all nice, and then maybe just spray some gray paint down on there, make it all look pretty, kind of protect the paint too a little bit. And then eventually I want to replace the carpet. It does look nasty, I know, but right now I am not trying to put money towards just the floor right there, so I'm just going to kind of keep the carpet as long as I can. Eventually I want to do the diamond plated setup and make it look all nice pretty, but for now this is going to work. Alright, I pulled the car out here. I'm gonna paint it gray, and the interior, got the seats removed, everything's clean, so I'm just gonna start the paint job now. Update on the painting. I'm about halfway through. Did the back. I think it turns out, or is turning out really nice. I got hangers kind of just holding up everything for the fuel pump and just my handbrake line and whatnot. But I did a couple coats. Just gonna kind of let that sit for maybe 20 minutes, let it air out a little bit. I'm getting a small headache doing this, but pull outside, it's a lot nicer, you know, than in a garage. You don't want overspray all over the floor, and it's a little more breathable. But yeah, it's turned out good, and excited to see what it looks like when it's fully done. Just got done painting the driver's side here. It looks really good. The back's all cured and everything for the most part. I mean, I just put stuff on there. I still want it to sit overnight without anything touching, so we'll let that do its thing. I'm gonna move over to the passenger side, and then it should look pretty sick. Just finished the passenger side here. Pretty much that's everything that needs to be done. Super excited. It turned out really good. There's still some just like small imperfections such as in here, but I'll get that at a later date. For now, I just wanted to clean the car, and while I was at it, I might as well just paint it. It was really dirty, and also just protects from rust. Like, I got some rust going on over here, kind of scraped it off and then painted it. But like I said, it looks great. Hopefully it should look nice with the LEDs installed too eventually. And then one of these days I'll get up here and do back over there. But for now, I can reinstall my seats, actually drive this thing, and get it underway. But super hyped, and looks sick.